guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the pregnancy tag as well as my 34-week update. So I'm 34 weeks and 5 days today. This week has been ridiculously long and just strenuous. I had appointments every day this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I had sonograms, my OB appointment. I had to go see a cardiologist, and I had to go see a maternal and fetal medicine specialist. But anyhow, I wanted to do the pregnancy tag because I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I watch a lot of moms on YouTube. I watch a lot of pregnancy related videos. And so I thought it was pretty cool, like just seeing everybody's stories, and I was like, why not post mine? So I have the questions here on my phone. The first question is, how and when did you find out you were pregnant? Well, I found out on April 26th of 2016 that I was pregnant. How I found out, I was a couple days late on my period, and I didn't feel like there was anything wrong, but I was scheduled for a regular checkup and to renew my birth control. So at the doctor's appointment, just regular routine visit with my doctor. They took all my vitals and everything. So I told my gynecologist about it, and she's like, oh, well, let's just do a pregnancy test just to be sure. And I was like, no, it's okay. We don't need to do one. She's like, no, it's okay. She sent me in the bathroom. She's like, just go pee on the stick. And, if it's negative, that's fine. So that's what I did. I went into the bathroom in my doctor's office and peed in a cup and left it on the counter for her. She comes back in the room 5 minutes later with this huge smile on her face. She's like, I have some news. I was already thinking about jumping out the window. I was like, no, I can't. I just can't have this. So on April 26th of 2016, I found out I was pregnant through a doctor's visit. The next question is, how did you feel? More or less, I felt shock. Just utter and complete shock, because I had no idea. The only symptom I really had was my period not showing up on time. I was nervous, I was scared, I got emotional. It was ridiculous. My doctor and I cried in the doctor's office together. It was ridiculous. How old were you? I was 18. This was in April. My birthday's in May, so I was turning 19 the next month. Number 4 says, how did you tell your partner? I actually waited a couple hours. My doctor's appointment was a couple hours into the day. My doctor's appointment was around 10 a.m. I had to go back to work afterwards. So I went to work, had a regular day. I was still my head was completely in another place the entire day. I just couldn't function properly. So I waited till I got home, and my husband was my boyfriend at the time, and he was working. He's in the Army, so he was busy, all throughout the day, just as I was. And I waited till later to call him. He knew already that I had a doctor's appointment, but I called him on the phone that night. I went out as I was walking my dog because I didn't want to tell my mom. I was still living with my mom at the time. My mom had no ideas. I'm on the phone with him, and I'm walking, up and down my street and letting my dog use the bathroom. I told him over the phone later that night, and I just came out with it. I was like, so I'm pregnant. Number 5 says, did you wait 3 months to tell people why and why not? Maybe I should have, because honestly, me being so young, I was like, I'm not ready for kids, So I was kind of gonna hide it for a little while, but then I got excited. After speaking with him about it, I was nervous. I was flipping out in the head, but then at the same time, I thought about it. I was like, wow, this could be nice. So the day after my doctor's appointment, I went to CVS and grabbed a home pregnancy test. Even after the ones that they do at the doctors. I wanted one on my own. I needed to see it literally on the stick. So I went and bought one of the clear blue at-home pregnancy tests, the one that reads yes or no, the one that reads pregnant or not pregnant. I took it at home, of course, and then I took a picture of the test itself once it, turned positive. I took a picture of it and sent it to my husband, and I accidentally left the wrapper of the test in the bathroom. Mind you, I was still staying with my mom at the time. I left the wrapper in the bathroom like a dumbass. I don't know why I did it. I don't know where my head was. Like I said, I couldn't think straight. And so I went to bed. I took it, you know, and I went to sleep. The next morning, my mom comes in my room. She like bursts in the door, standing in the doorway. She's holding the wrapper in her hand. She's like, so what's the verdict? So after that, you know, of course I had to tell her. I tried to play stupid for a little while. I was like, what are you talking about? That's not mine or whatever. And there was no denying it. That's how I told my mom. Well, that's how my mom found out. I wasn't gonna tell her. I was actually gonna keep it a secret. My mom was one of the first to know when around the same time that I found out. And then I had her wait until we actually went to the doctor. I told her that she had to wait until my first ultrasound, and then she could post whatever she wanted on social media. So number 6, is this your first? Yes, it is my first baby, and hopefully my only baby for a couple years. Number 7, do you want more? Yeah, eventually. I can honestly say, like, I've always been the type, like, oh, I don't want no kids. I can't see myself having kids. Like, I don't have the patience. I don't know, like, I mean, eventually, yeah, just a couple years down the line, I would like to have a baby boy. Number 8 says, your biggest craving? I really didn't have and still don't have any cravings. Well, throughout the beginning of my pregnancy, like the first and second trimester, I didn't have any cravings whatsoever. See, I wouldn't call them cravings because it's not like, oh my God, I gotta have this like right now. It was more like if I got hungry, I knew exactly what I wanted and where I wanted it from. But it wasn't like this overwhelming craving kind of. But now, like in my 3rd trimester, cutting it real close to the end, I crave ice a lot. And for the past couple weeks, actually, I've been obsessed with toasted white bread with butter on it. But the butter has to melt onto the toast and it still has to be hot. Like, it sounds funny, but like, and I looked it up. I was trying to figure out, like, do I have a deficiency somewhere? Is my body trying to tell me something? I just like toast. Number 9 says, what's the best part about being pregnant? I would say actually feeling the baby move and like the kicks and stuff. In the beginning, it was complete, like, oh my God, like I was so excited for every little kick or every little flutter that I felt. But just generally, I think the best part is the experience, especially if it's your first time. Well, I know what every pregnancy is different, so even if you've had multiple, it's always a different experience, you know, from what I've heard. So just the experience overall, like watching your body change and going through all these different stages, it's impressive. Makes you think. Number 10, what's the worst part about being pregnant? Well, again, in the beginning, I didn't have it hard at all. Like, I didn't have morning sickness. I would say honestly the worst part as of now is just mobility. For me, I'm not even that big, but I feel it's cramped, you know, like I can't lean forward too far. I can barely put on my shoes by myself. And it's not because my belly's in the way, but it's because like I have trouble bending certain ways, or I have trouble actually like I can reach, definitely. And it's not a painful thing. It's just I kind of feel like something is holding me back, you know? Like that's something that definitely just started. Me not really being able to do things on my own for the most part. Like I need help getting out of the car. It's stupid, I hate it. But I guess it's worth it, right? Number 11 says, will you find out the gender and what do you prefer? Yes, I already found out. I found out around 20 weeks that I was having a baby girl. At first I wanted a boy. I was praying for a baby boy. I had a feeling that it was gonna be a girl. My mom was telling me it was a girl. I had aunties and cousins and everybody telling me, oh, it's gonna be a girl. And my mom's main reason for saying that it would be a girl was because of my attitude. She said my attitude was horrible. So number 12 says, do you have names picked out and what are the stories behind them? For a first name, we don't have anything. Literally diddly squat. Now her middle name, I'm leaning towards Lynn, L-Y-N-N. That's my mom's middle name. That's just about the only part that we have, really. Number 13, what is your birth plan? I really don't have one. Not one that I like physically wrote down. I do have like preferences. She's gonna come out however, wherever, and whenever she sees fit, and I'm just gonna roll with it. But as far as like afterwards, like once I finally push her out, they give you the option to actually have your baby stay with you for the first hour, and that's what I want to do. I don't know for like a whole hour, but I know as soon as she comes out, I want to do skin to skin. I want that bonding, because I know some baby, well, I'm hoping everything goes well enough so that they don't have to, you know, take and whisk her away for hours at a time. So that is one of my biggest fear. I'm praying about it definitely because I am having some minor complications with this pregnancy, but I'm hoping all goes well, you know? I want her to do skin to skin with daddy. Like, I want all of that. If it's possible, of course. Will you breastfeed? That's number 14. Yes, I do plan to breastfeed if I can. I know they say it's really complicated and it can be hard. I'm looking forward to it. There are a lot of benefits to it. If I can, I'd love to breastfeed. Number 15, do you plan to work or be a stay-at-home mom? I know for the first couple months of her life, I'm gonna be home just simply because I'm home now. I don't do anything now. I was working in the beginning of my pregnancy, but when I moved, had to quit my job and all that, so I haven't been working. I'd say until she's about 8 or 9 months, I'll stay home, and then I definitely want to go back to work. Number 16, will you make your own baby food? I like the idea, yeah, definitely. I like the idea of, you know, steaming carrots and mashing peas and, you know, just making sure that I know what's in her food. Yeah, of course, I definitely like to try that out and see how it goes. I think she'd like it better. I can't wait to try bananas. And the last question, number 17, do you have nursery ideas / theme? Well, we do. Actually, we're working on the nursery right now. It's not finished yet. The only thing left to do really is paint, situate it the way we want. The theme, well, I don't even really have a theme. It's more of like a princess theme with elephants. That sounds so weird, but just really girly, not really girly, but really soft and subtle. I don't know. Those were all 17 questions of the pregnancy tag. I had a lot of fun answering those questions. They were kind of cute. But as far as 34 weeks go, I'll be 35 weeks this coming Saturday. We've pretty much just been rolling with it, keeping an eye on things, especially now, being that now we're having actual complications. Just some things that we need to keep our eye on. I started this little book. I got it from Walmart. I think it was like maybe $5 or $6. It's like, you know, one of these little photo album things. When I go and take my maternity photos, I'm gonna put a picture of my husband and I holding my belly in this picture, and then once we come up with her name, then that'll go up here. But inside, I just have all of her ultrasound pictures. Like, so I have these. These are the 3D ones that we got. You're a fat face. She's gonna be a chunky little baby. Look at this one. Does she look like me? What do you think? So we have this, and I cannot wait to fill this up. Like, I'm so excited. Like I said, this week has been crazy. I've had a total of I've had 2 ultrasounds this week, and I get one every week until I deliver. From the appointment that we went to this morning, I got a lot of them. See? They just keep going. We were definitely excited getting all of these. It's like now I have more than enough. We caught her yawning in this one. I thought it was the cutest thing. Now we know she likes to play with her toes, but as far as her growth and, you know, how her organs are working, everything seems to be going fine. The only concern that we have right now is a possible blood disorder from an antibody that's in my blood. So it's very, very, very unlikely that she'll have one, but we're definitely keeping tabs on it. I'm sure some of you guys have knowledge about the RH factor. It's something similar to that, where like if the blood type is different or your body comes in contact with a different kind of antibody, it will literally fight. It'll see your baby as a foreign object. Just like a cold or, you know, the flu or something, your body will try to fight off whatever the foreign object is just because it's unfamiliar. So as of right now, the numbers are low, so we're pretty good. There's that. So I'm extremely excited. I cannot wait. I'm so done with being pregnant. I just want to hold my baby. So yeah, guys, that's it for this week's update. I hope you guys enjoyed the tag and learned a little more about me. I'm gonna do a belly shot. So this is my 34-week belly. Here she is. You can see my belly button. Isn't that crazy? Jesus. Button. And then pull it up. And here she is. My line is definitely very crooked. That's definitely the belly. Tell me what you guys think. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I really enjoyed making this video. My belly looks like 10 times bigger compared to what it did in my 29-week update. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below. And I'll catch you in my next one.